the theme going forward is talking about being echad, being one. And not just being one in any particular manner, but being specifically one in the same relational type of picture that the Father and Son give us, the picture of what oneness looks like. I'm not talking about a oneness doctrine where they're literally one. I'm talking about two beings being in complete harmony, okay? Being congruent in where they're going and what they're doing and what their focus is and all of that kind of thing. So when you make the choice to follow him, when you make the choice to covenant, you're still in the flesh, you're still here, but you're no longer of the world. You're in the world, but you're not of the world. You don't think like they think. You don't act like they act. You're different now. You're changed, okay? The world sees you as strange and weird and scary in a way because you challenge their delusional bubble. And that's part of why they, quote unquote, hate you. It's not that they hate you. You make them just very uncomfortable. That's our goal. We're trying to get to the place where we are, just like he is with the Father, we are with him and the Father. By the way, that's true discipleship. That you emulate and become like your teacher, because you trust that becoming like your teacher is a passed down thing through the ages that leads to a source that we're all emulating. If you are an adult acting like a children, this is not an honoring thing. There is shame in that. If you're not growing up into an adult, I'm not saying that I'm going against what says that your approach should be to come as a child. Coming as a child is talking about a certain aspect of the childlike, behavioral styles and approach in terms of trusting, etc. He's not telling us to act like children. He's a little frustrated, I think, watching us act like children. Okay, there's a difference. Coming as a child is not the same as behaving like a child. Your walk identifies what you really are anyway. You can claim you're anything. He says, don't be claiming you're of Messiah or claiming you're of covenant and you walk like a Gentile. I hate to quote like the old saying of if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Okay? Well, if you walk like a Gentile, act like a Gentile, and do a bunch of things that are clearly like a Gentile, you're a Gentile. Oh no, I'm covenanted. I don't care if you wear a seat, and that's the one thing you're doing, but if you're doing all the other Gentile stuff, you're a Gentile. Okay? The seat don't fix it. If you come to Messiah and keep your former life, this is shameful. This is not honoring the call that he gave you. So we're going to tie this back to honor and shame. If you're going to understand that there are people around, Paul says there will be people around. You believe Paul, you don't believe Paul. He tells us there will be people around, prophets, evangelists, and apostles, and shepherds, and teachers, etc., that are available to you to help you become perfect. Perfect meaning full, complete, with integrity, as best your efforts go in becoming Messiah-like. So that you can put on the renewed man. See, it's so funny. How many churches have you heard of, we're talking about, we're all supposed to be seeking to be that new man, a new creation. He's trying to get you to be what he originally meant you to be. It's not some new thing. The only thing new is you burying the corrupted thing so you can be what you always meant to be. Churchianity makes it sound like it's some new invented thing. We're trying to get back to what the original thing is. Everybody's in the middle on the vertical alignment, except the Father. Nobody above him. But everybody, including Messiah, is in the middle. They have to be submitted to and be setting the example for. I don't think I said it that way before, just so you can understand. If you're in the middle, you are submitted to, you're imitating, you're submitted to, and you are setting an example for. And that's exactly what Yeshua is saying here. He says, Father, you and I are one. I have followed and imitated you perfectly, and I've done that for them. Your greatest way of showing the world that the Father sent the Son is to be in the vertical discipleship alignment. This is the greatest witness that the Father sent the Son. Because the Son didn't just show up to do whatever he wanted. He came to do exactly what the Father sent him to do, which is two things: to come and accomplish, at least the part when he came in the flesh suit, come and accomplish the process of going through, finding disciples, training them, dying, and being resurrected. But the other part of it that he came to do in perfect alignment was to say, I want to show you what it looks like when you could be echad with the Father. I want you to see what it looks like to only do what he says, to only say what he says. He shows and demonstrated for us the example. He came to give us the example of what that looks like. He says, and you will be with me forever. This whole idea of people thinking that he's going to heaven when it says, and we're going to be caught up in the clouds, and from then on we'll forever be with him. Yes, wherever he goes, we'll be with him. Thing is, he's not going to heaven. He's coming here. But people don't think about, well, where is he going? Well, people say, well, when he comes back. I say, yeah, when he comes back, where does he say he's going? Mount of Olives, split in two thing, Zechariah 14. He's not coming here, scooping up a bunch of people and running back to heaven. What, do we have a third coming after that? I don't see any third comings anywhere.